to one of these clown bitches that's under me. Bitches think they on top, but they still under me. Mamita, 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 mamita.
Hey guys, welcome back to Star TV. On today's lovely video, we're going to be talking about why when you're pretty, you will be punished. There's a thing called pretty punishment and a lot of people experience it. It's so sad that we live in a world where people will undermine you, talk bad about you, mistreat you, and devalue you based off something that you cannot control, based off your looks and your level of attractiveness. We're gonna talk about it. Before we get into today's lovely video, you guys know exactly what to do. Make sure you subscribe to Star TV. Make sure you like this video. The more you like it, the more other people will get a chance to see the video and tune in. And make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know, what are your opinions, if you agree or disagree, or if you simply just want to share your own story time of pretty punishment. Here we go. When you have beauty, some people will feel like it's unfair, but beauty is a gift. It's so sad when you even encounter some family members and some friends who mistreat you or belittle you or view you as someone who thinks they're better than others simply based on how you look, how you dress, how you carry yourself, or even based off your personality and your aura. It's so sad that we live in a world of comparison. People are always comparing themselves to you. Sometimes people are very insecure, and when you have more, or when they think that you're more attractive, they feel like it's unfair. And when they feel like it's unfair, that's when the sabotage comes in. That's when the bad mouthing starts coming in. That's when the lies and the gossip start coming in. We have to be very mindful. When people feel like you have something that they don't, they start to become a disservice in your lives. They start to get real sneaky and they find little ways to pull you down. Listen, there's a lot of beautiful women in this world. There's a lot of attractive men and women in this world. Beauty is a gift. God is so unique that he made it so everyone stays humble. And here's the reason to be humble. There's always someone that looks better than you. There's always someone who has a better body than you. So of course, it's amazing to acknowledge that you're pretty, you're beautiful. But we know to remain humble, not to boast. Because it's always someone, who's doing the thing better than us. But at the end of the day, guys, we have to work with what we got. But you got to know some of your friends feel like it's unfair. Some of your friends think that you're more beautiful than them. That's why, have you guys ever noticed that, let's say when you're the prettiest friend in the friend group, let's say you do something, you have like a small slip up, you make a mistake, you offend one of your friends, right? That friend will never forgive you. But the friend that is less attractive than you, that does something worse, that's the friend that your friend forgives. But they can't forgive you because they're already jealous of you. And then you have one time to make a small mistake and you're done. You got to pay attention to things like that. Sometimes when you're attractive, people won't show you grace. Sometimes people will have their own narrative of who they created you to be in their heads. Let's be mindful. Let's get into the next tip and key sign that you're being punished because you're pretty. Number 2. When you're pretty, beautiful, attractive, sometimes you won't be invited. Let me give you guys a quick little story time. This was in 2016. I was 18 years old. One of my friends at the time, we have the same last name. Our families are from the same place in Africa. And back in the 2016 days, I was like the hair guru. So I knew how to do silk presses. I knew how to just do natural hair and make it straight and beautiful and clip the ends. And my set of African friends knew, if you want your hair done nice, you better call Star. And so I went over to a friend of hers house and I did her hair, and I was so kind that not only was I running a business in my house, right, and people would pay for their washing sets, but for this particular friend who I loved and cherished so much, I did her hair for free for her birthday dinner. And while I'm at, her place, one of her friends says, "Oh, you didn't tell Star about your birthday dinner? Oh, Star, it's happening at 8, you could come." And that particular friend goes, "Oh, you don't have to. It's going to be a lot of people there." She starts making up excuses. And at that moment, I get the message. At that moment, I get, the silent, indirect message that it's not that it's going to be a lot of people there. It's not that it's last minute. She just doesn't want you here. She doesn't want you there. Yeah, you're good enough to, do her hair, make her look beautiful and do it for free as a good, kind, genuine friend, but she doesn't want to invite you to her birthday dinner. And at that moment, I thought about all my other encounters with her that I overlooked because I loved her so much as a friend. And all along, she was in competition with me. And she thought to herself, if she comes along, I'm not going to be the star of the show. So I had to sit back and not take it personal and just realize that some people are insecure. And if they feel like you might outshine them, they will exclude you. Don't feel bad when you're at work and everybody's talking about what they're going to do this Saturday and no one invited you. Don't feel bad when your friends don't invite you to their birthday dinner, especially when you're there for them. Don't feel bad if certain friends will forgive friends who were not as good to them as you were over bigger mistakes than the ones that you made. This is all a part of your punishment. You're being punished for your beauty. You're being punished for how you look. They're not going to tell you they're punishing you, but their actions will tell you. It's time for us to wake up and smell the coffee. I used to get upset when I wasn't invited, when I wasn't included. I would be upset and I would say, I've been kind, I've been genuine, we laugh, we hang out all the time. What is the issue? And then I started to look at, how I dress when I go to concerts and the attention that I get outside. Every concert that I go to, there's always like a group of people that come out of nowhere and they want to take pictures of me. And it's like, you would think that I was the celebrity that was going to perform. And I started to notice the type of attention that I attract, whether it's for a photo shoot or for my birthday. It's like, it's star quality attention. Like strangers I don't even know asking me for pictures, And then I thought about it. I said, maybe this is why when I ask certain friends to go to concerts with me, they never want to go. Maybe this is why they always ask me, what should I wear? But when it's time for us to go out, they never show up. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe a secret competition. Maybe they feel like they will be outshined. This is all a part of the pretty punishment. Let's get into our next sign and our next tip. When you are beautiful, people will purposely try to humble you and make you feel less than. You guys, I don't talk about this much, but one thing I know that I have, which is a gift, is the gift of modeling. I've modeled for Entertainment Vibes when I was a little girl, walking the runway. It was actually broadcasted on television. I would take the runway. I was so confident. There wasn't a shy bone in my body. Getting dressed for Fashion Fury. I love to model. That's why I love to do photo shoots. And I remember I was talking to this guy at the time, and he told me he would, child, I'm stuttering because this is getting me kind of annoyed just talking about it, but I love my star gang, so I want to share this. I was talking to some guy at the time, and I told him, about my modeling goals and stuff like that. And this Negro sends me this video of this girl auditioning to be a model. And the director told her, you're not a size, you're a size 4, you're too fat to be in this industry, you have to have star quality. You have to have what it takes. And then he sent me that discouraging video, knowing that I'm nice and thick. But I've been in the gym, guys. I've been in the gym for the last 2 months very frequently. So I do plan on coming down. And then he asked me would I proceed to get like surgery to get a little bit taller to become a model. And I just thought to myself, you are threatened by my potential. You are trying to discourage me. If I didn't have a chance, you wouldn't discourage me. You see the potential. You see that I have star quality. You see that I do have the potential to be a model. And so you want to discourage me because you don't want me to make it big. Because if I make it big, then I'll have more money than you and I probably won't be bothered. You know, sometimes men can be also threatened by your talents, by your gifts, maybe even how you draw attention. A lot of men are insecure because a strong man who is secure with himself and his bank account, if a woman he's getting to know says that she wants to model, you wouldn't discourage her, because if you discourage her, then you're trying to stop her. And why would you be trying to stop someone's success, right? That's coming from ego. That's coming from jealousy. That's coming from envy. And it's not coming from a good place. And where is he today? We'll save that for later. Let's get into our next and final tip. Okay, so not final, but this will be tip number 4. Some people will hate you and not like you because of your beauty. Growing up in school, I would have girls that would say, oh, I wish I had your skin color. And they would treat me so mean. I mean, I would go to the lunch table to sit with them and they would all get up and leave. And I would just be left there sitting alone. I've had girls say, oh, you know, one day my hair is going to be just as long as yours. And those were the same girls pulling my hair in elementary school, hitting me for no reason, unprovoked, without cause. And who would think, right, that children at the ages of 11, 12, and 13 would punish you for something that God has given you? Who would think that even children that young would punish you for being pretty, would punish you because of your features? You know, let me make this clear. Looks is not everything, and beauty fades, and how you look doesn't make you better than anybody. But there is such a thing as pretty punishment. They will try to humble you. There will be people who just don't like you. They won't tell you, but they'll mistreat you. Every time you come in a room, attitude activated. Anything you say annoys them. As soon as they see you walk in the door, they look furious. I be in my head like, I know they hate to see me coming. Like, sometimes I laugh about it. Other times I'm like, wow, that's truly sad. Like, it's just so sickening. I always go by, this saying, we can't change the way that we look. Like, of course, you can have enhancements, you can get things done, but you have to work with what God gave you. Including myself. I'm not the baddest or the most beautiful. Yeah, I have beauty, but I'm just working with what I have. I'm not looking at the next girl and comparing my looks to her. I'm working with what I have. And if me working with what I have will bring me punishment, then so be it. It's all about learning how to deal with these types of people and just knowing where certain actions and behaviors are coming from. Let's get into our next tip. Your beauty will cause some people to not acknowledge you. This is a real thing. You ever come across those people who you can just sense that their energy is off, but they never make eye contact with you, right? They never acknowledge you and they always ignore you. Sometimes when people don't acknowledge you, it's because they already feel like you're better than them in some way, shape, or form. I used to work with a girl like that. I would say it was in 2023. I was working at a school and I would come in the morning and, say good morning. This girl would never make eye contact with me. She would never look at me. But yet she was always in the boss's office every month complaining. But when I talk to you, you can't make eye contact. You don't acknowledge me, right? But you always are talking about me. Sometimes people, right, are very bitter towards you. They can talk about you all day, but they can't face you. It's so sad, you guys. This is the world that we live in. Pretty privilege is very real, but so is pretty punishment. And when you're pretty, sometimes it will be every workplace you encounter such people. When you're pretty, sometimes you won't be able to make good friends or long-lasting friendships. Because sometimes you'll get close to people and you'll be thinking that, oh, this person is my bestie or whatever. And then they start moving weird. This happened to me like a few months ago. They start moving weird. You start noticing the comparison. They start comparing themselves to you. They don't want to go to events that you're going to because they're worried about how they're going to look in comparison to you, right? I mean, it's so sad. And sometimes people will look at the girl that has no friends and think that, oh, it must be you. But when you take time to hear this girl and her stories, only then will you understand what the real issue is. So when you're attractive, be prepared to not have many friends. Sometimes people don't want to be around you and they can't sit with you because being in your presence, it brings out their insecurities. Sometimes, you guys, and I lie to you not, I'll enter a room or I'll approach people that are my associates, and as soon as I come in, I can feel they're uncomfortable. They start looking at what I'm wearing, start looking at me, up and down. You could see the jealousy on their face, and then they quickly change it. Oh, you look nice. Where are you going? But I felt the energy when I stepped in. Everybody was uncomfortable. Everybody was sizing me up. As women, we're intuitive. We know when a compliment is genuine or not. So that's the thing. That's what comes with being attractive. People are going to punish you. But cherish the ones that celebrate you. Cherish the ones that love you. And sometimes when you go through pretty punishment, you will really only encounter one friend in your lifetime who will love you, who will not be in competition with you, who will support you, who will be there to hear you out when you have to vent, who will go places with you, who will take pictures and videos with you, who will always love you no matter what. But after that, right, you will see the difference in other people when you meet other friends. So if you have good friends, hold them tight, cherish them, love, peace, and blessings, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, Star will see you soon. If people are punishing you for being pretty and you have a gut feeling, take it like a grain of salt. Stay in prayer. Know that you have to pray for these people. Sometimes you're bringing out other people's insecurities. And know that you are a star and you should always continue to shine bright. I love you guys, and until next time, this is Star TV. Peace.